So and after prejudging, ChatGPT had Derek slightly in the lead and Andrew in second. And then after finals, when they rejudged it, I put the photos into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT had Andrew clearly winning, and Derek in second, and Hadi in third, Samson in fourth. So first, let's just jump in and Kamal, you gave Phil and us some insights on the show, and or sorry, on Andrew, and you know we were like, okay, is this really true? And then I was, and Phil, and I was like, Phil's like, it's gonna be 1 and 2. It could be 1 or 2 for Andrew, and that ended up almost coming true. He got third. Take us through what happened the night of the show, prejudging. He came out a little relaxed, and then he came back into the finals really aggressive. What did you talk? Did anyone talk to him, or did you talk to him? Like, what happened? Give us a little rundown.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, as you know, everybody saw what's the change of Andrew. And
Yeah,
I've told you, we talked about it. I said this year they're gonna see something they've never seen,
yeah,
which is true, because we went through like very, very hard 6 weeks. We had to go that way of the training to get him ready, to get him what he is. Um, so when we saw him at the pre-judging, so we saw that he's got the potential. He can win. It's
yeah.
not just me saying it. Everybody is being saying, "Uh-oh, he definitely can win." So when he came back, I said, "Hey, Andrew, you just walk there, act like a champion, because Andrew is in his way, that's got that in him. He doesn't like to bother people. He does things in his own. Yeah, it's okay. I want to do it that way. Yeah, I said, no, 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 no. You have to do it all or not. You are a professional bodybuilder. You actually presented the physique. You've did like everything what we're supposed to be doing. So act as a champion, like you are the champion. And actually, he did. He just walked in, and he looked a little bit sharper than the pre-judging. Of course, the Kris like sees him every single minute. We had a hard time driving down to the gym. Kris is coming. Man is like in and out, in and out, in and out. So watching him every after meal, before meal, I watch him. I go to the room because we stayed in the same hotel. So if Kris doesn't come, I'll go to the room. I'll watch him out, see what's this, give the feedback to Kris. That's what he needs. He needs that. So, to be honest, as a teamwork, it did work for Andrew. And this is what Andrew, as you see, even the posing, I've
Hmm.
changed a lot of his posing. So he's like, normally he, now like double bicep, normally he does his left leg. So I said, no,
Yeah.
change it. We do the right leg. The right leg suits him much better, brings more like hamstring, and then still needs a little bit of practice on it. But he brought the legs, he brought the hamstring. I think the hamstring is over. Brought like is more what they
Well,
expected.
Aceto said that Andrew had the best hamstring glute in the show.
Glutes.
Every rep starts with fuel. Helix cream of rice, clean carbs, zero sugar, fast digesting energy that hits quick, fuels hard, and never sits heavy. 27 grams of pure carb power, nothing but rice and real flavor. Proudly made in Canada, built for champions. Grab yours now with code MUSCLEDISCORD. Helix Foods, fuel the work, own the stage.
Yeah, to be honest,
Conditioning best, and he said he was the best condition in the show too. That's a big deal.
exactly at the evening. So this is all done. We had to do the way to be hard for him in the training because we did hard training. We had to because when he came here, he's a little bit behind. So there is no way we have to use everything. So if he's not, we didn't have to do like drop set, superset, this, the hardcore training because he's a little bit behind. So we have to do that. So we done that, and then here we go. Everybody saw the change with Andrew. He took it. At the first 10 days, he was a very, very tired, very like it's difficult for him.
Hmm.
But man, he took it. When I say like we're gonna do this, he's doing it. It doesn't matter how. If like I see him like he's like very tired, he said, "No, you said we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it." Man, this guy, he's a hard worker. He's a very, very hard worker. Actually, he called me today from the airport going back. He said, "Kamal, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it." I said, "You know what we've been doing because I think he's gonna do 2 shows actually." Just
Please
after
tell me he's
the
doing the Arnold. Please tell me he's doing the Arnold.
he is doing the
There it
Arnold. This
is.
is his main game.
Breaking
He's
news.
gonna do the Arnold, and he's gonna do. I think it's God, is it Romania, Poland, or something like that? Something in Eastern Europe.
Poland.
Yeah, it's Poland or
Well, there's
yeah,
a Romania,
Poland.
yeah, but that's later I think that's after the Olympia, isn't it?
It's November. No. Now he's doing now
Oh,
in
he's going to do
4
another
weeks.
show for us.
Yes, he's gonna do now in
Wow.
4 weeks. He's gonna do 4 weeks. He's gonna do one, and then he's gonna do the Arnold, and then that's it into the Olympia. So
Wow.
we scheduling. So we're gonna arrange some few things, calls between me and him, Kris. What's actually the way and how we're gonna do it, and then he's hungry, man. He is
That's
so
awesome. That's good.
hungry now, man. I mean, at the beginning, Andrew, he's like keeping himself to himself. He doesn't even want to bother. Now he's asking for that stuff, because
Good.
yo, man,
He knows he's close. He's
he's
right there.
very. I mean, as you see that pretty physique, man.
Look at
This
this.
is this is genetic, man.
Jesus.
Man, he's on stage. He looks huge, the tallest there, the biggest there.
He
Everything is round, man. I mean, it's a very, very complete now. He's very complete.
Yes. And this side tricep. So when I put this into ChatGPT, it gave it to Derek because he's hitting it not like a side tricep. He's not showing the side quad like Derek does. So please tell him to hit the side because he might be giving that pose up. He's
He does the normal one, and then he does that.
He
So he does
transitions.
both.
Yeah.
Transitions.
Transition. He does both. So he does
Okay.
that first, and then he does that again. So, but we told him he knows. Even the judges they told him that is not really right. So he does that, and then he does this one. So he's not just doing this one.
Okay, because I couldn't find any on the NPC online. They missed a bunch of shots for Andrew. I'm like, man, there's no side tricep, so I had to find this one and put this one in. So
I will send you one big show.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Because he should.
Now I'm allowed to release. Pictures. So
awesome.
Before I'm not allowed. Look at that post. Look at that post, man.
Okay, so I want to ask you: did you think Andrew should have won?
It's not me because I didn't go to the show. I was watching like you guys. I didn't really go. But to be honest, a lot of people, they said, there's no one will argue. No one will argue if he won.
Okay.
That's even Jay Cutler said now.
Phil, you went on the record and on the line, your credibility on the line, everything, and said Andrew's going to win or he's going to be second. He's going to be battling with Samson. And it came true for the most part. He did battle. He did beat Samson. So, I mean, you were right in that sense. But he didn't win. Do you think he should have won? Based on what you see, everything, Derek's conditioning, Hadi, was it enough? Or is he not ready yet?
Like, when I was watching the show, I don't think Derek conditioning was as good as Andrew or Hadi.
Even Aceto admits that.
Yeah. So honestly, I think it was down to Andrew and Hadi Choopan, and I had Andrew winning the show because I'm looking at pretty much almost the same conditioning. We know Hadi just is really, really crazy, especially with the serratus and everything that he shows. But it's bodybuilding, right? So I'm hearing Derek had much more muscularity. That's all I keep hearing. But we have to check all the boxes. You know what I mean? And when you're putting, no disrespect, when you're putting a shorter athlete compared to a taller athlete.
Let's go to the comparisons. Yeah.
A shorter athlete structurally can go out this way because there's no room to go up. They have to go out this way. But Andrew was not shy at all from muscle, mass, and density. Like I watched when they were giving out the prizes and Andrew gave some people a hug and then turned his back. The guy is a monster. Now, when I competing against Andrew, he's bigger now than he was in person. And you only can respect his physique in person. So what we're seeing here at the Olympia still is not even justified what you see in person. Pictures and in person are just two different things. So I had it between him and Hadi Choopan and him with the size, structure, the flow, the symmetry, checking every box. You know what I mean? All I'm hearing is, Derek just had that overwhelming roundness and muscularity. Yes, he does. He has that. I give him that. But when we're talking about bodybuilding, we have to check every single box. And Andrew brought that in every different way with the added improvements. The only thing I would say was I would love to see Andrew when he does his side chest because he's tall, he's 6'2". taller, competitor, 6 foot and up. I think he has a sit, and I kept hearing Phil Heath saying that sit a little lower because you're so tall. It gives more of a drop to the hamstrings when you sit into it a little lower and squeeze that glutes. Other than that, everything else and every pose he did was on point. And I love the finals. I love the attitude. I love the eagerness. He had to get chased back by Steve saying this is not guest posing. But you know what? Everybody's asking for him to liven up and have fun. So then you want to, get back over there and this is not guest posing.
Come on.
We don't need to go all there with that. I mean, this guy now is giving everybody, he brought the physique, he brought the liveliness, he started hitting those poses before and staying in them because he wasn't doing that in prejudging. He came a whole different beast in the finals. And I just saw him winning by a small amount, edging out Hadi Choopan.
Yes. Okay. Kris, what's your take on the top four here, and who did you have winning?
When I was watching the whole thing at the prejudging, I had Hadi beaten Derek. The only thing Derek had was more front quads. He had bigger quads, and he's got a better, wider V-tape. But other than that, when I was looking at it, muscle per muscle, hitting every single pose, I would pick Hadi over Derek. Now, no one expect, the way that the judges is with what's going on right now, because now if they went ahead and put, I'm blanking out. If we put Andrew Jack first, I don't think anybody would complain.
No,
I don't think anybody would. But I think it's more of a comparison between Andrew Jack and Hadi. I don't see Derek. He wasn't as tight as he normally is. And at the same time, he just didn't pop, man. Andrew's muscle pop. Andrew is a modern flex wheeler with hamstring and glutes, that is.
Well, I mean, it's not easy for a big man to get this, man. And then we get it, and then we're not rewarding it.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody will complain. But I think it was between, if you're going to pick a little bit more thicker, dense muscle, it's going to be Hadi. If you're going to pick more of aesthetic shape with condition, I can pick Andrew Jack. So that's my intake on it. I don't think Derek should have been. I think he should have placed third.
Okay, so you had Andrew first, Hadi second, Derek third.
If after watching the prejudging, I would have Hadi, and then Andrew, and then I would have Derek, and then Samson. Honestly, the way Samson looked, that was a gift. I think fourth was a gift.
Okay, we'll get to that. Yeah, we're going to talk about Martin Fitzwater and Samson, and who should have been fifth or fourth there between the two of those, or maybe someone else. We'll see. I had, after finals at prejudging, I had Derek ahead. I think with Hadi, do you think the leg? Everyone was talking about the leg. Everyone that was at the show was saying, well, Hadi's leg, the right leg, is smaller, and that's what's bugging them, and so they just didn't think that was enough for Hadi to win. Although Hadi did win in the finals over Derek. It was a 2-point decision between the two of those guys, and it was a bit of a gap between Hadi and Andrew for third for Andrew. So, the judges aren't seeing what I guess we're seeing in Andrew. Not sure why. Maybe, that he needs to be bigger, thicker, or some, I don't know. Like, what do you think the judges are seeing in Andrew to put him in third versus the win? Phil Clahar.
I mean, if I'm going to be straight up honest and voice my opinion, I don't know what they're saying, because I just didn't see him, and I just didn't see it. I mean, he put it on the added size that he really didn't really need, because they kept stressing his legs, his hamstrings, his glutes. That's all we kept hearing. He put overall size on every part of his body. I'm going to say it again. He's 6 foot tall, 6'2". So they can't expect him to be like the upcoming 212 guys. that has shorter stature. Now, if you look at a lot of the Olympia champions, me and Patty actually was Googling this.
Yeah.
The average height was about 5'10" and up. Ronnie was like 5'11" and a little bit, right? So you're looking at even Dorian Yates. So what I'm getting is, you know what I mean, they could keep pushing more dense muscle, but Andrew don't have to sacrifice his waistline to try to come in here like a Marcus Rule. You know what I'm saying? It's bodybuilding. So when you looked at Olympia, I heard everybody say this. Their eyes was drawn to Andrew. No matter which way they shift them, your eyes were going over to Andrew because that's the impact. And then at the finals, with the drive and the extra energy, dude, I mean, I don't see a third place at all. At all. And if you look right, you just nailed it. Somebody put a picture of the top four's bicep. And if you look at Derek's, there's no peak there.
It's weird. It's weird.
You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, if they want to, you know, say, okay, we're going to put Andrew in third because he needs a little bit more muscle and he's almost there. He's right. No, bro.
No.
Don't look for whatever. You're saying about the leg with Hadi Choopan? Okay, it wasn't that dramatically obvious. You can see it if you really pay attention to it. Yeah. But once again, they have to find a reason, you know what I'm saying, to justify the moves that they're making. You know what I mean? But yet we can look at Derek, no disrespect, great bodybuilder, hardworking, really good. But he was not the Arnold physique. It wasn't.
No.
He had some flaws. So if you're going to go with one flaw from one person and then saying, okay, Andrew's almost there, I've heard even Andrew needs to be a little bit more conditioned. Do people need glasses?
No.
I mean, come the hell on here. No. The guy looked ridiculously dry, hard, and he came back in the finals even better with attitude. So honestly, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the judging panel. I just believe it was just that's the golden child right now, which is Derek, and that was just a feasible option for them for that choice.
Yeah, like what are they going to say? Well, Andrew needs to just get a little bit bigger. He needs a little bit more leg volume or something. And I'm like, I'm trying to see what they would say. Like if Tyler does the recap, I'm sure he's going to do the recap. He has to do it on this one. And what is he going to say about Andrew? Well, Andrew needs a little bit more hamstring. He needs a little bit more width here in the quad, and he can win the Mr. Olympia. I'm sure that's what he's going to say. And he's going to say Derek's quads are a little rounder, a little fuller. He was a little bit more complete in that sense, and was enough to take the win. That's what I think Tyler is going to say. I agree with what you're saying, Phil. I think we have this genetic specimen, once in a lifetime bodybuilder, Andrew Jacked, who finally improved. He's the most improved in the whole show. And he did the work. He grinded out. He went to that dark place, like he said. And now he's figured out the formula. And it would have been amazing if he would have won, because now he knows the formula to get shredded. And the sky's the limit for Andrew Jacked, and they kind of cut that short, but it is what it is.
Here's one more thing too, Matt, because I heard Samson say, and I saw this also happen. This individual, I think it was bikini champ. Oh my God, she dropped horribly low. She wasn't even in the top 10, right? I don't know her name, but I was watching it. But Samson Clay said, he didn't say who, that he needed to come down in weight and be more conditioned. Here's the problem that I have with when I'm not saying not to listen or whatever, but sometimes the judges will tell you do something that's not in your favor for your physique, and then you do it and look what happens. You know what I'm saying? I always say stay true to yourself. We all spoke speaking about this as Samson was getting in the show 6 weeks out with me, you, Kamal. We're all seeing it, that if you continue to push, the look that we believe was going to happen, and it did, right? So my thing is, getting on his wife. I mean, Dennis James is getting on his wife.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing: when he won with his wife, nobody was saying nothing. They were giving her praise. Okay. Now, if they're doing what they're instructed to do from any judge, whoever it is, and they did it, and now look what happened. Right. That's why I tell everybody: stay true to yourself. Andrew, you won the Olympia with a certain look. Yes, you had to come back a little bit better. A 92% Andrew, a 90 to 92%, Samson Dowda in conditioning with that same size wasn't going to be beat. But he was told to come down in weight and be more conditioned. Samson body cannot do that. It just structurally does not look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phil, I mean, yes, we talked about it. I mean, 3 weeks ago, we said it's going to hurt him if he's definitely is going to go down. But the thing is, like you see Andrew next to him, he didn't go down in size and he broke condition.
He's bigger.
So there is something wrong what Samson did. So it doesn't mean if they tell you bring condition, that mean you go, you eat your muscle. So there's some way that you could do with your coach, with your training, with your that. That's exactly what happened with Andrew. So he didn't go back. He didn't go down size, and then he's lost that much. He's gone bigger. He's gone harder. So is something wrong gone? Something wrong gone with Samson's prep. So he need to fix that and to bring the size again. But he has to keep his size because we all know. We talked about it. If he comes keeping like smaller, he's going to hurt him. He's going to look, I mean, he looks very, very, very small. So he has to figure out what's wrong they did, and then they fix it. He won the Olympia. He can win it again.
Yeah. So with regards to what Phil was saying about Dennis, so people have some context, I'll play that real quick.
Hey guys, Matt Sinkering here, host of the Muscle Discord podcast. And I want to do a quick plug of my coaching business. I do online coaching as well through my exclusive fitness app, where you have guided workouts to follow, meal plans to follow, all the macros are laid out for you, the cooking instructions. You do weekly check-ins with me, upload your photos, your measurements, and I make adjustments as needed every week for you. So use promo code MUSCLEDISCORD when you sign up, and you'll save 20% off your monthly coaching fee. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.